Okay. It was closing this, but I just want to make sure that it's open. Okay, so I'm sitting up here thinking I came up with this ditty in the restroom, and I actually remembered to plug up my other phone with the voice recorder on there because I don't want to download one because the Play Store is being weird. And I was sitting up thinking, you know, I started looking at this pine tree because I be talking about chopping it up with my pine tree again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this limb on this pine tree. It's crazy, and it's worn off. So you start thinking like, are you that part of the tree that's like, hey yo, we don't need you no more? So you feeling, oh my God, they're trying to destroy me, or it's a little limb and it's down close to the bottom. What I came up with was the reason why this limb that I'm looking at is like ate up and littler than all the other limbs, like it's a part of the program. It's that little limb that all the little squirrels like damn near fall off of and think they're gonna die, and then they gotta figure out what's going on. So it's not like looking at the tree. And I also like looked at it like brain stem and this, that, and third, because everything feed into everything. It's bananas. But just, like, what part you gonna take a hold to? You know what I'm saying? So that was just crazy because I looked at it, I was like, because I could see like the little squirrels holding on for dear life and then jumping up and surviving and all of that. And I ain't seen nobody, so I can't even be like, some squirrels didn't make it. Ain't all the squirrels made it, so we ain't worried about shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I was finna say, I was finna do my ditty, and this was my disclaimer. My disclaimer is, you got to be real specific and in this fluid world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of fluid. It's a lot of things that survive in fluid, according to viscosity or whatever like that. So coming from a Aquarius sun at 21 degrees and 23 minutes with a Mercury in Aquarius at about 2 degrees, but not in the 7th house with his sun, which is alone, or the person with Venus, you know what I'm saying? And because you got to be specific, and this is shit I be on, the person with Venus in the 6th house in Capricorn. We don't even want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. And some pretty volatile alignments in fourth house, fourth house in Scorpio. So, you know what I'm saying, with my ascendant being Leo all day. So that's what it is. I also believe that if I look at my birth chart, it's a good explanation to me. Even if it's not to anybody else, like you're a proponent, you trying to start a whole new movement. It ain't that. It's just like from my perception, from what I believe, from my testing point, if I was going to be my own personal Sherlock Holmes, this is what I'm looking at. Where my MC starts, I'm looking at epochs of time. You know what I'm saying? Just going around and this, that, and the third. And to me, that sounds about right. The ascendant, how people view you, and every other meaning and interpretation that goes along with it. We all are our own kings and our own emperors and our own, you know what I'm saying, king of the jungle. Everybody apex. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we're apex as a species. They want to push that. But that what's really going on is a whole bunch of individual apexes and stuff like that. Because why wouldn't I look at it like that? Because I'm an Aquarius, right? So it's ooh, how dare you tell me that I ain't everything? Cause if you knew everything, baby, you do right by me. Ooh, how dare you tell me that I ain't everything? Cause if you knew everything, ooh, you do right by me. You know what I'm saying, Miss Seeley? Till you do right by me, everything gonna crumble. And it's just every injustice. You know what I'm saying? Like these little games that we try to play and we don't know what injustice is. What's this? What's that? Well, what do you call that? The little games of, what a delightful concept. Let's delve into this more. Well, what do you think if this was at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is we value, that's what dictates the economy. It's what we value. We value diamonds, so the economy on that diamonds are great. Until you see a Google post that says, the economy of diamonds is crazy because people are investing a lot into DAWs. Because music is popping right now, but music ain't not music ain't. Music is a victim of a terribly unsexy alphabet. Damn, that's a good way to put it. Music is the victim of a terribly unsexy alphabet. You look at them different characters and stuff with lines and waves, and they have actual meanings. It's not just this rudimentary stuff that just makes a sound, and this etymology and this dictionary stuff, and all of this is not that. It's conveying a meaning and emotion type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like when you put something down, they put all of that in there. It's a meaning. It's not just a character. It's not a caricature. It's a whole thought process just in this one thing. And then we got thumbs down to letters. We got thumb down to thumb up. We got, but you know, just that's how I came with the ditty. It's just the arrogance of it all, like Aquarius arrogance, 11th house, the one outside the one. Ooh, how dare you tell me that I ain't everything? 'Cause if you knew everything, then you do right by me. Ooh. That's what I feel like that you should only sing that if you're a little tipsy. Don't sing this sober because it'll be way too much pride, and it won't be about pride. It's not about, you know, pride or sorrow, or like, you know, you reconcile yourself to this certain fate or anything like that. It's like, you know, it just is what it is. It's just playing that role to the T. Like, ooh, how dare you tell me that I'm not everything? Nigga, you don't know everything. That's what we try to tell Aquarius, right? You don't know everything, nigga, and you don't know everything. If you knew everything, you do right by me. What's doing right by you? Anybody got time for that? Later.